Greetings, Novanauts! Today we're going to dive into something very important, the core gameplay of Alien Up. But first, if you haven't played the pre-alpha demo of Alien Up yet, you can still do it on Steam, so go ahead and check it out after you watch the video. Also, keep in mind that footage of the game in this video is from the pre-alpha demo and from the current alpha build of the game. And if you want more context on the main character, Chelsea Crisp, go ahead and check out the previous video. Now I got a question for you. Do you remember this? Not Sailor Moon. Everybody remembers Sailor Moon. But I'm talking about the game that she plays. That arcade game is the main inspiration behind Alien Up. That Sailor V arcade game. The main structure of Alien Up is simple but intense. You shoot, you duck, you jump, you reload. Think Cuphead but without movement. So here's the foundation. Alien Up will feature 3 main modes. Possibly 4 if I can get it right. There's story mode, tactical mode, and bunny mode. Today we're focusing on story mode, the default Chelsea mode. Story mode will have 100 levels. Now I know you're thinking, 100 levels of this? Wouldn't that get boring? Yes, if you don't know what you're doing. But luckily I want to make a game that's fun. I want to design a game that's not based on luck, that's not based on randomness, not based on the player making their own fun, but based on well-curated levels that make the player have fun and think on their feet, or think of patterns and not in a crazy cryptid kind of way, just a way that naturally flows. So what I'm saying is, each stage is built to be fresh, fair, challenging, and most importantly fun, the F word. Because I value your time. I'm not making a game that feels unfair or is intentionally cruel. Some games are designed so only the creator can beat them. This is not that kind of game. Now there's 100 levels in story mode, but they're not all gonna follow the same format. You'll see a variety of gameplay styles like rail shooting, quick time events, wave survival, tower defense, stuff like that. Here's the cool thing about all these 100 levels. Each level introduces a new alien. So that means that there's going to be over 100 different kinds of alien designs. So they're going to have unique attack patterns, and it's not just going to be a simple palette swap. They're going to act differently, they're going to have different stats, they're going to have different attacks. The cool thing about Alien Up level design is little things make big differences in gameplay. Foreground objects that blocks the player's view, putting a bit of a challenge curve on it. The assist characters that are available for that level, and the camera distance. For example, if the camera is zoomed in, focused on Chelsea more, it levels harder because you have less time to react. A more zoomed out camera gives you more time to react to what's coming because you can see it. If it's on the screen, you can shoot it. These tweaks completely change how each level feels. Most of these levels are about 1 minute long. Again, I respect your time. If you lose, you're not stuck replaying a 10-minute level. You reset fast, you try again, and then you improve. And when you improve, you dodge these bullets. And dodging bullets feels good in this game. Let's break down the main level types in story mode. You got survival. They last 1 minute, you stay alive, and that's it. But you can't just tank damage, your HP is too low and the enemies will overwhelm you. So you want to make sure that you defeat as many enemies as you can before time runs out. And this game is also based on a score system that gives you an amount of stars based on how well you did. And how well you did depends on how many aliens you defeated. In order to get better with upgrades, you're gonna sometimes have to not get hit or get a 5-star rating on a level. So being able to survive 1 minute is one thing, but being good at it and actually getting the highest score possible to get 5 stars, that is another thing that keeps you coming back for more to try to master the level. The eliminate levels. You destroy a set number of aliens. Your score constantly drops, so speed matters. The longer you're on the level, the lower your score is going to be. So make sure you defeat the aliens that matter the fastest. Quick time levels. You input directional sequences correctly to survive. There's hybrid levels. It's a mix of survival and quick time mechanics. Marathon. Multiple elimination stages back to back. There's a higher risk. If you lose late, you have to restart back from the beginning. So these ones are usually the longest levels to complete, because if you mess up at the end, then you gotta go all the way back and pretty much do 3 stages in a row. And rail shooter is like classic 2D arcade style, where you're like a shooting gallery, something like that. And there are also boss levels. Just like any boss in a video game, these bosses have unique attack patterns. But there's a twist. Every boss has an alien up mode. So here's what alien up mode means. If you meet certain conditions during the fight, the boss transforms, gets new attacks with higher difficulty. And completing all alien up modes for all bosses unlocks the true ending of the game. The triggers for alien up mode aren't overly cryptic either. For example, the boss, Rita Ricotta, if you beat her in under a minute, the alien up mode triggers, then you gotta fight her alien up mode. And if you take too long, you'll miss it and you'll just win the level. There's a visual hint for this kind of thing. So with the Rita fight, if the TV turns on in the background, you're too late. You went over a minute. You missed the trigger. But there's good news about this. You can replay levels as much as you want. So you only need to complete each alien up mode once, and it'll count towards getting the true ending. So what do you think? Only scratched the surface, but Alien Up isn't for everyone. I'm not making the game for everyone. But if you want a skill-based, fun-first experience, this might be your game. If you haven't already, try the demo, then wishlist it on Steam. That really helps out. Follow development updates, and spread the word. Until next time, Novanauts, zip up, lock in, and keep the coffee hot.